was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Tylan Wallace on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And he's found many a gift in the end zone this season. As we work through December, he is currently tops in the league in rushing scores. Shoots another one. And this is brought to a stop up at the 34-yard line there. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the pistol, Henry. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Darius Slay with the stop. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. This is Henry on second. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. Changing it up here, Jackson. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
No, we changed it. You.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hill now from the gun. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. The Steelers have played to an early lead. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive.
Hey, middle. You.
Jackson to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Jackson getting his guys in the hurry up.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Baltimore.
Henry can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. The Steelers calling their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Yo.
Trying to run with Henry. The defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got third and goal. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
We change it. Report.
From the gun, Jackson. So this one on the defense.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
This is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, right, obviously, without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and now you get a 3rd down conversion via penalty.
Henry has the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens start to fight back with their first points of this game. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Here's Tyler Luke, now on for the extra point. And he's off the mark, no good. Some troubles for the rookie early here as he misses on the extra point.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Well, probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. And you can see he's valued well beyond his work just as a runner. He's leading NFL backs in receiving touchdowns late in this season. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
3 yards to go.
Rodgers from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. The drive begins with Henry. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
The Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. Buying some time right. Complete Derrick Henry. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. He dodged the tackle. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Hey, Mitchell!
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And a productive run there on 2nd down. That's a gain of 6.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up.
DC, ready?
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Hey, Alpha,
Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I'm ready.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
180. 180. 180. 180 shot. I'm changing. Go right here. Go.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Caught by Flowers. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
It's not. It's not.
They'll run here with Henry. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, they still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal.
180. 180.
Looking to throw, Jackson. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
Lamar and the Ravens all set for this 2-point try.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Inside give to the fullback. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down to the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails.
Ravens 12.
Well, Brock, I love the creativity, trying to catch him a little bit off guard there, but I'm sure some people seeing that call going to say, just give it to your back and keep it simple.
Like give it to Marshawn in the Super Bowl simple?
I mean, maybe. I wasn't going to go there, but yeah, maybe. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. 1 touchdown and 1 interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, you got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
A gain of 6. That's good for us.
Rodgers going to throw on first. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens are going to have it after his second interception of the season. That last interception gave him a chance to take the lead, partner. And now their defense gets them another one so they can start growing this advantage.
Yeah, this defense letting them know we don't want to defend a small lead. Here's the ball again. Go. It's a 2-score advantage this time.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down. Now here's Lamar. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. In the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
Change it. Hey, middle. No, we changed it. 13.
He's back to throw. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. He was looking for Zay Flowers. And that brings up 4th and long.
4th down.
Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. And with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the 3rd quarter. Set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. We'll see the Steeler offense first this half as they're headed out now. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Bronx. See if they can attack that deficit. To the air on 1st down. Rogers finds the in route complete. They push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
1st down throw here by Rogers. It's a screen play to Warren. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
That's good for us Steelers. 1st down.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the shotgun, here's Rogers. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they face 2nd down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10.
There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And with the end of the season in sight, he's looking for a strong finish to capture that NFL rushing crown. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Gets him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Offense to the line. This is 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Hey, report! Report! You. Sit up!
Here's Lamar. Chased out to his right. This one's to Andrews out right. And he's going to be touched out about 3 yards shy of the marker. Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Now it's Lamar. Escapes the pocket. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. All set now. 1st and 10.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun and give to Hill. Get some space around midfield. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
First and 10 from the 43. Handoff headed right to Henry. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. Stopped by someone who began as a star for these Ravens, now a rival, Patrick Queen.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Jackson looking to throw. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. Zay Flowers, the touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Here's Luke for the point after. And this one thankfully not off the mark. He gets it to go.
Ravens 19, Steelers 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. This, our last play of the quarter. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And they will stop him at the line on what proves to be the final play of this third quarter. This is the end of the third quarter. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Rolling from the gun here. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Guys, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly.
Rodgers is hit. The ball is loose. And the Ravens make the recovery.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Coach John Harbaugh sending his Ravens offense back to the field. And I'm having a little deja vu here, partner. We have seen this before. The offense headed out with a lead in this second half, thanks in large part to the turnovers generated by their defense.
Season after season, go ahead and look at the end of the year. The teams with the best turnover margin are typically the best teams in the league, and this team's making them pay yet again.
This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Pistol snap to Jackson. That one connects. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's another Baltimore first down. First down and goal to go.
Trying down the middle with Henry. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens have likely locked up the win right there. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 3rd total score this game.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's just been a difference maker.
Here's Luke for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens go up by 19.
Ravens 26, Steelers 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
Rodgers is hit. The ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That second and third level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
Now the Ravens all set for another possession. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out.
Forward.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10.
Go. Ready.
They run it with King Henry. Now he danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
No gain on the play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
Jackson now on 3rd. Forced out to his right. He's making a bid for it. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Forward pass. Offense.
Don't want to give them another shot at 3rd down, so they'll bring up 4th while they can and decline the flag.
On for the Ravens field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
Pressure coming from the right edge, and they block it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
This block right here, it's a product of preparation, effort, and determination. They attacked the soft spot in the line, and one of them was able to will his way through and get to the kick in time. Well done.
Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And they've really been smothered by that defense all game. Not just on the scoreboard, partner. Any yards at all. They've just been tough to come by.
Yeah, just hard yards. Just hard, just no rhythm really throughout this one. Let's give some credit to that defense who has just had their number from beginning to end.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Rodgers from the gun. Right side, this is reeled in by Warner. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Desperation time here. Lofts it deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Ready, shot. What? Running. Ready, shot.
It's Henry on the counter. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Ready. Shot. Return it.
Jackson throwing here. And they bring him down around the 34. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens getting closer to their 10th win of the season. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Lester finds the football, complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 18. And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Give right up the gut to Hill. That run good for 8. Now they've got 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They go right back to Hill. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Running for it. Here's Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens put up even more points in a win. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Here's Luke for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens grow their lead yet again.
33. Steelers 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far. Now, 4 seconds left. We've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get one more snap. All right, one more snap to play here. Here he goes, one final shot. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. It is caught at the 20. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize You know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.